Okay, 18-14. Good luck. We've not played before. We have no head-to-head score there. We get black for this one. An opponent. Oh, we've done virtually the same. 1250 games. Let's play the carrot. And we're on virtually the same figure. 1280. So we'll play d5. You can pretty much pre-move d5 in the carrot. Now, I can take with a queen, but it's actually 0.9 better for white, at least in engine language. The principal move is the pawn, and it's a slow, rapid game, so we'll go with the principal move. Just prepare the knight up, get the bishop out somewhere, pawn up, bishop out somewhere, castle. That's the sort of gist we're aiming for. Gotta watch out for a potential attack here. But knight up, knight in, queen check. His knight is protected, so it could be a slight issue. So I'm just going to go cautiously, does it, and cover this square first. The rook covers the knight, so I'll aim to play knight up, or just pawn up here. Worry about the bishop later in the game. He develops his knight, so I'll develop mine. I'm still mulling over whether to play this here, or say bishop up and then e6, which you probably want to do that if you can. Obviously, it depends what moves your opponents make as well. Okay, he stopped us going there, so I think I will get the bishop up. I've only really got the one option there. Now I'll go here. Slow, steady grind as per a lot of my games. Now here, probably best to drop back or to take. I guess you could leave it where it is, but probably best for one or the other. So let's take and develop our bishop. He'll probably play knight in, and then we'll just worry about it if he does, or just get castled. Oh, he takes. Okay, we'll take back. So we're probably both going to castle here. It's just a case of which side he wants to go. I think I'll go king side. I think I will. Excuse me. And then we'll try and come up with a plan. Okay, so he's developed a knight. So if we castle and he plays knight in, I guess I can just shuffle the rook across to protect the pawn, and that seems good. We might threaten a move like pawn up. I don't see any reason to avoid castling there. He might even go queenside. Let's just see. We've got a potential square for our knight here. That would cover this. So knight up with a view to launching forward could be a plan. Or do I want to play rook over? No, I think I'll play knight forward just to cover this move for now. We get a tempo pushing our pawn forward. If you go back, we can always trade and then develop the rook. Now we've just gained a little bit of momentum. Not a lot, just a little bit. Then at some point we need to give our king a square like our opponent has done. Okay, that could be a useful move. Does it stop us going here? He's threatening to push on. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? If I take here, he's going to take. So we might have made a bit of a mistake there. Here is not a move. I don't see anything else to particularly do, so I'm just going to develop the rook. I expect he'll push on here, and then if I go here, he's got this, so that's a bit of a problem. So I think I'll just drop back here. He's probably going to launch one. Oh, he's actually played the knight in, so I'll develop my rook. Yeah, I didn't calculate that out properly, did I? So that's slightly awkward. Although now we can take... I'm just trying to figure out if I can allow a sacrifice like this. Say a move like knight across. I don't think it quite works, does it? But what else can I do? If I take, he takes, maybe I can go e5 and chip away at this structure. I think that looks all right, but I haven't given my king a square yet. But I think e5, if I don't play it now, I won't get another chance to. But my pawn might fall though. If he takes and I go with the knight, can he risk knight takes? But after queen takes... I might have to do this with a view to pushing later in the game. It's a bit awkward though. But e5 now, say he takes. I mean, I can obviously go with the rook, but he can attack the rook. And if we have to leave this file, he's threatening to capture because his pawn won't be here. Yeah, I don't like that. I'll just push the pawn. I need to challenge this knight, so what do I do? Something like this. Yeah, I'm going to do that fairly quickly. I don't want this knight being left here. It's kind of on the side of the board, but it's in our half of the board, deep in our half of the board. We can always come back again or go to f6 if he retreats somehow. But let's come across. So we just hit the knight. Probably the queen if he captures. Probably. And then we just got to find a way to break out. So maybe an early pawn push. And if he takes, can we play a move like queen up? It's a very dangerous position, isn't it? With queen up, he could do this. So this opening phase looks like it's panned out better for white. No, actually, is that a move now that he's moved his queen out of the way, though? If he takes queen here, I don't see how he protects this pawn now, and then that's suddenly isolated. So is that a mistake? He might want to push on here, but I'd be safe to take as long as my rook is double protected. So here takes queen here. But I guess say he develops and I then take, he can probably then push. And it's whether you want to then give up 2 rooks for a queen. But I think I kind of need to play it though. I might be not calculating deep enough there, but I need to chip away at this structure. He's probably just going to push his pawn on though. This is very problematic. If he does, I can push here or here. Does it matter? Does it matter? It probably does. Yeah, I need to get active, don't I? I'm not going to take that. I need to try and get active. It's a really good position for our pawn. It's really good for white. We've gone wrong somewhere in the opening here, slightly somewhere. Maybe I've got a pawn here. Maybe I've got queen here. I think I'm going to have to take. I'm just going to have to take and queen up and try and get active. I think he'll go with a B pawn, but let's just see. If he does this, he gives us a passed pawn, so I don't think he can risk that. He doesn't, so we'll just put the queen forward and try and get counterplay, something like this if his rook wanders off, but this is not very promising for us, not very promising. Let's play a queen across and maybe rook behind his pawn, or right across. And then dare I risk a push like this? Take, pawn takes, push on. I might have to risk something like that. But once I've played f6, this pawn is permanently weak. Very dangerous. He's done really well. Really, really good here. So he's played his rook forward. Now that might allow us to come here with the other rook behind the pawn. I guess there's nothing else to do, is there? I'll bring the other rook behind. And I'm still a minute down on the clock as well. Obviously, he's going to try and line up to push his pawn. As long as I can blockade it somehow, then not much else I can do. I've got rook here potentially. But no, that's going to be too quick, so I'll just come behind the pawn. If he does push it, I can try and triple stack and attack. So he's going to push it at the right time if he's going to do it. If he pushes here now, I'm okay to take. And then we've still got a target here. I just don't quite see how we get to it. That might allow me a check though. Say we then get rook here. Then what does he do? Either rook comes across. Trade, queen takes. There might be a pawn loose. It's a move, isn't it? I can always just spend a move and come back again depending on what he does. He can tuck his king away, but can we get activity here? Well, he's just dropped back. I don't think I should trade there. Trade here, and he's still really solid, and I don't think we can do that. Can I play a move like queen here then and trade on our terms? I don't think it quite works. So let's just come back again. There's not a lot I can do, but as soon as he tries to push his pawn, we can try and triple attack it. So he's moved his king. I could do this as well to deal with this, but then that's loose. Not a lot to do. Not any easy way through. Let's just drop the queen back and see if we can work a win, but I don't see how. Or maybe I do queen back here and I pressure the pawn with a move like g5. I didn't think of that. Okay, let's come here. We're just shuffling for the time being. Okay, he's triple stacked now. Let's come here and pressure this pawn with a view to g5. I've got to proc and prod a bit and hope that he goes wrong and miscalculates. Yeah, now he's committed to that push. So now surely we kind of got to triple stack it, but ideally I would like the rooks behind it, not the queen. So here, here, and behind. I don't see how I do that now. Ooh, it's problematic. Can I get my king in though? And then we 4 attack it and 3 defend, but he's got the 2 rooks in the right order. I am threatening g5 though to attack the pawn. But otherwise, here to go here to go here. But here, if he pushes, It's still problematic, isn't it? But now he has pushed, he's committed, he's got to protect it or he loses it. But two rooks here, I need my queen, so I've got two rooks to attack it as well and keep him tied down. He's played the rook forward, so we do have g5 as an option. But I'm going to go here first, just so I've got two rooks attacking it. And here I can maybe even potentially drop back, or we can go for this g5 idea. I think he will push the pawn. I think that's probably his best move. Actually, yeah, maybe I should have left the queen there, but it's done now. I'm looking at g5. If he goes g3, takes, I guess we shuffle the king out the way, but it's very dangerous for our king. Yeah, I might have been better sitting where I was in f6, e5. Yeah, he's guarded it. I might be better doing f6 and e5, but I'm not sure. But he's given me this chance to go here now and properly blockade. If he does here now, I think I'm safe to trade and grab the pawn, and he won't have a queen check. Otherwise, I'm going to try and come behind and just blockade it. This might get lost though, but I think I have to do something like this and then try and work on the center somehow. Basically just sit and hold. Maybe, yeah, f6 and e5 might be my best approach here. And hope I can find some counterplay and find some way to outplay him. What idea has he got? But if he plays rook b2 to trade, I think I'm safe to grab the pawn because I don't see the back rank check. And if we just get that valuable c6 pawn, it could really change the game for us. But can I get f6 and e5 in without my queen, my king's defenses collapsing? If I end up here, it's a big target. If I go here and trade, it's suddenly a big target this way as well. So that's why I'm looking at this and this. Ooh, that's a real problem. But I think, can I counter push here? Oh, mind you, I can go here now, can't I, and hit the pawn. What's wrong with that? I can go here and just attack two pawns. And I'm still blockading here. If I can just get rid of this key pawn, or we can trade these two off, it's... I'm not sure. That one's probably the one that we want because it weakens his rook. Maybe we can even go here potentially and trade something. Takes. Probably not good. Yeah, but if we can just get this pawn or this pawn, he's got queen across to guard. Okay, he's given up that pawn. I've got to take it then, don't I? I've got to gamble and take it. So now I can actually potentially go here and give this pawn away to get one of the rooks off the board. And then it just might help us to open a file up and get active, go after his king. So that's a potential now, or the rook back where we were is a potential. Just the rook's not protected here. We could go to e4 as well. We can come back here. Has he got that good knockout blow? He's got queen here to threaten a check. He's gone with the rook, so I might need a move like this for my king, or f5. But after a check and I go here with say f5 in, it feels like I'm all right. Can I play e5 as well? I'm going to go f5 just to tuck my king away. What's he looking at? If he starts getting active, we might be able to just push through. We could maybe throw a check in. If he takes, we take this rook and then we go after this pawn. So if he starts getting a little bit adventurous, we might be all right. I mean, if he gets this pawn, he could easily get another queen as well, of course. Risk and reward. Exactly what he's done. So can I now temporarily sack the rook? If he takes, we take his rook. What do? We attack the pawn, but he protects it. He attacks our pawn, but we attack his pawn twice. So if he takes, everything trades off. He's still got this outside pawn, but we can get checks in. But it's not ideal, is it? Not ideal. So do I go here and sack then? And if queen takes, we go after his king. Do I do the brutal g5 now? Is that actually a move now? It is actually, isn't it? Man, it's dangerous. It takes away my king's escape square. Excuse me. So what about e5 instead? I like e5. Oh, mind you, e5 weakens this, doesn't it? I want to play g5, but then my king's got nowhere to tuck away to, but we're threatening to rip this open. He's always threatening to come here as well. So I need something quick, don't I? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go for it. Let's be bold. The problem is I'm allowing a check and potentially rook here. But at least my queen guards. I don't have to take him. But I'm threatening to open things up and get active. So he's taken. Oh, I missed that. I'll push the pawn. I missed that he could take there. Common sense, if I take back, his queen gets active. I'm trying to open his king's defences up. I guess he just doesn't take here. But he's got to guard this rook with his queen. And I've got to guard my king with nothing. Well, well, I've got half a minute on the clock now, though. A little bit of time. Little bit of time. Can we figure something out? Because he can check. We have to step up somewhere and he can pin our rook. But we can let him do the taking. Has he got time to grab a pawn and allow us to take? That's what he's trying to figure out. And then he can check and march his pawn. But if his queen wanders off, this rook is loose. And we're threatening to check here. And then maybe get our queen forward and go after his king. But it might be nothing. He might be able to just use our pawn as a blockader. Let's see. This is dangerous, isn't it? Can he just take this pawn as well? Can he allow this take the pawn and then the whole file opens up, doesn't it? Probably I've got queen here. I'm not sure. We'll have to just see. Or queen to blockade and offer a queen trade. Yeah, he's gone for the pawn, so he's gone for it. So again, can I throw this check in? If takes, I take here, but he's going to grab a pawn. I've got to take. I'm committed to this. It's whether I can play queen here or rook here, I think. Or even queen here, threatening a check now. That looks nice, but I can actually check here and give up the pawn to open the row up, open the file up. It takes. I don't think it works so, but here threatens a check. If he checks me, I can step up where? Here. And I can block here if I need to. I think I need to do that. If he checks, I can go here. And if he checks, I can block with the rook. Or I can block with the queen and check. But that might be losing with this pawn. But if I go here, he can take with a check. So I can't do that. So I have to go here. And maybe block and then try and throw a check in. But if he checks here, I've got to blockade it. That's what he's gone for. I have to block with a rook, but I'm threatening a check here and a check here. I'm hitting the pawn. My rook's protected, and he's got 30 seconds. I've got to keep him under time pressure here now. But I'm threatening a check here. I'm threatening a check here just to give up the pawn, but he can go here. So rook across, I'm not sure what that achieves. Or maybe I just check here and check now. That wins the queen, right? That could be good enough. Oh, he's threatening check here. But I think I can move and allow him to take because I'm going to win his queen. Oh, I'm not going to win his queen. I'm pinned. What am I doing? I'm in a pin. I'm not going to win the queen. If I take here, he checks. My rooks are not covered. So check up. I really don't know here. I'm just going to take the pawn and give my king another square. At least my rook's protected. If he takes, I can take back. He's down to 10 seconds. And now my rook's free to move because it's no longer in a pin. So can I go here now or go back? No, I can't go there. So I'm going to go after his queen just because of the clock. Purely because of the clock. Purely because of clock. What a good game that was. He played really well, didn't he? You know, probably 8 out of 10 I'm going to lose that. It's just been one of them. I've somehow managed to turn the clock round. So let's pause so we don't accidentally start another game. So we've got 50 moves. They're the move times for both players there. So let's just analyze it. The exchange variation of the Caro-Kann. If you click on that, you'll get some puzzles to do. But very dangerous opponent. There's no way I can beat a player like that game after game after game. Too good, too strong. Yeah, we've got mistakes in the opening, so we are a little bit worse. Minus 1.5. Then we've been better and blundered a few times. So we've got a blunder here somewhere. 89 and 83 on the accuracy, so let's have a flick through and check that. We see the opening, nothing wrong from either side in all these opening moves. So all good play from both of us. The one slight problem with the Caro, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to try and break out and create chances. But you can see here, not much wrong. I should have been a bit bolder here though and played f5 instead of taking the knight. So that's something useful to learn. But otherwise, white now gets a little bit better. We're quite passive here, aren't we? We've given him this pawn structure. Yeah, you should have played rook forward there instead of going across. But white's all that little bit better here. Then there's a blunder coming up somewhere, so we'll have a look for that. And then we haven't punished something. Excuse me. Yeah, I should have gone for that idea. I looked at that, didn't I? Queen here to double up on the file, and I dropped back. So I should have doubled up like we kind of did there, but got the order wrong. But these moves are all good, as you can see, and nothing from either of them. We've got a blunder here. We've blundered with f5, and you can see 3 blunders in a row. I should have gone for this idea. Rook across was actually the right move. So instead of f5, I should have played rook here. He takes, we take back, the queen takes, then we grab that pawn. And my king is basically safe here. There's no immediate one move check. So queen across, we just gently move the rook up, and I'm still covering this back rank check. He goes with the queen, then the king's safe to go. He goes there, g6. Then the queen back. It's still a lot of shuffling, isn't it? Maybe just king here or rook back, I guess. Yeah, that's what we should have done. So we blundered with f5. He's blundered with rook down here. And yeah, I should have looked at this e5 move. I did look at that, didn't I? But I ruled it out because it's going to break this structure up. But again, I looked at it. Didn't commit to it. So I played g5 knowing my king was going to be open. And it was the wrong idea. I should have gone in the center. That's the only move it gives there with e5, but we should have done that. But we're flatline level here. And then now that we're breaking through, we're suddenly, it takes the pawn. That's the final blunder. Yeah, he should have taken here and it's still level. And now we're able to get forward. And obviously we're getting a little bit of time pressure now. He's getting a little bit lower on time now. And thankfully these final few moves, we've managed to play them well. And well, we've now got a mate in 26 if we can see a mate in 26, but I just want to get a game finished however it is. Just try and win it. Doesn't matter if it's a technical miss or not. And then in the end here, he'll have to step up. And my idea was to check, takes with a check. And then whatever he does, he's pretty much safe to get another queen. It's just purely because he was out of time. But the engine's actually saying it's plus 8.4. There must be something better for us. So let's just have a quick look there. So he's got to play king to g2. But then we just calmly bring our queen into e3. So we don't even worry about going for a knockout and just allow him to get another queen there. And there's a technical win there. But obviously he's down to 2 seconds. It doesn't really matter. So a good game, well played.